Alright guys, been a while since I've done a video. Done some changes in this tank. You might not see them at first, but if you can kind of see that smallmouth tail, looks like it's been gnawed off. Well, it pretty much was. I was getting a lot of aggression in this tank. Both the largemouth, pretty much being pushed around by the smallmouth. I did move the largemouth over in the 265, which left the one largemouth smallmouth. They lived together for about 2 weeks, pretty peacefully. Then it just kind of broke loose, where the smallmouth just wouldn't tolerate him anymore. So I put him in with the rock bass and the catfish. Thought it was time. The sizes of the smallmouth, I know it's hard to do sizes when you're looking at different videos, but it really slightly smaller than the rock bass. I mean, not nearly as tall, obviously, but actually lengthwise he was probably about 2 inches smaller, which I thought would actually be good, because I didn't think the rock bass would then obviously look at him as food or look at him as a threat. Sounded like a perfect plan to me. It didn't really work out that well. He was in there for about 8 hours. And I watched him for the first about an hour and a half or so. I was downstairs here just checking up on him. I mean, I wasn't staring at him constantly. Seemed like they were getting along just fine. I came back in the morning and he was pretty much his whole back end was shredded. He was just at the top of the water. He wasn't upside down or anything, but he was definitely, could definitely tell he was beat to crap. So so my big plans lasted for less than a day. He's back here. He's healing up pretty nice. It did take him he's been in here about a week and a half now. It took him about a full week before he ate. And as you can see now, he's starting to, now that he's healed up and he can swim a little bit better. He's definitely pushing around the largemouth, because when the largemouth was back, he was pretty much the dominator of the tank. And you only see one largemouth. Well, so during my big plan, the one largemouth I moved to the 265. When I moved the smallmouth out, I was like, I'll put these two largemouth bass back together. Well, same thing within that 8-hour period. The largemouth bass was on his upside down on the bottom of the tank, still alive, but just ripped completely to shreds. I did throw him in a quarantine tank. He lived another probably 12 hours and then died. So ironically, the largemouth was the bigger of the two that got killed. So that's the story of the tank. Obviously the bowfin doing just fine, the perch doing just fine. It's just this dang smallmouth largemouth combo, which seems to be somewhat worked out. You guys want fed, that's why they're maybe a little bit more aggressive. Sorry about the length of the video, a little bit of explaining of what's been going on. So I'm going to throw in a little feeding here at the end, as it's always kind of fun. These guys are, as they're getting bigger, they just devastate the food. They just go nuts. But I do appreciate you guys watching, commenting, liking, subscribing, all that fun stuff. All in all, tank's doing very well. Getting some nice growth out of these guys. Really liking that bowfin. Really cool fish to watch. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. Remember, they're just stupid fish videos, and if you don't like live feeding, I suggest this is where you turn that off. Take care. Alright, there's some of the feeders going in. Let's move the lid. As you can see, these guys are right at the top, ready to go. And now the camera's shaky, and I do apologize. You can see these guys are quick. Usually throw a few extra in there. just so you can kind of see it. These guys take a lot of action at the top, and then now it kind of settles at the bottom. This way the bowfin can get in there and get some. He usually doesn't come off the top. And as you see there, he caught one. Get it down. These guys are still going at it. Got the smallmouth right there. Perch. And then the largemouth over there is definitely loaded up. Alright guys, that's it. Thanks for watching. Remember, they're just stupid fish videos. Take care.